What up, dude? What's going on, everybody, man? What's going on, everybody? We won. we won, guys. We won. Believe it or not, we won. We came out on top. The Panthers handled their business. They won the game. They won the game. They won the game 24-9. Okay, they won the game 24-9. Let's put things in perspective. Let's put things in perspective. They won the game. They won the game. Okay, that's what we gotta say at first. We gotta talk about the win. Defense. I think it felt like the defense played bad just because they gave up 9 points to Davis Mills, but the defense pretty much stayed on par with what they usually do. The hurry up offense gave them a little bit of trouble. They were leaving Jaycee Horn in the slot for some reason. They got that late touchdown, but it is what it is. 3-0. What up, though? What's going on? Everybody in the comments. Panther Chris. What up, though? You know what I'm saying? Who else in here? My boy Alex fan killing this thing. I just spit like crazy. Austin H, what up, though? Jay Hudge, what up, though? Alex, what up, though? It's DJ Squid in this thing. Who else in here? Brandon Simmons in this thing. If you're a Panthers fan, you just now tuning in for the first time, I am Aaron Duncan here with the Necessary Bluntness Sports Talk. I do Panthers and NFL content. Please consider subscribing if you want to stay in the loop about a lot of the Panthers news and analysis and stuff like that. And please give this video a thumbs up, everybody. Please give this video a thumbs up if you have not. It really helps get the word out, spreads it around to the algorithm. Thumbs up. Tyree Ross checking in. What up, though? Donald Gonzalez. What up, though? You win the battle, but did you lose the war? Did you lose the war? Is the question about tonight. It's hard to really fully enjoy. It's hard to fully enjoy this win because you know what's ahead. This was the easy part of our schedule. We were supposed to come out clean through this stretch. We weren't supposed to have any speed bumps or hiccups. We were supposed to win these first couple games. Now we're getting into the meat of our schedule. We have Dallas next week. We were supposed to not coast, but we were supposed to build some momentum, build confidence right now with the team, stay healthy, stay clean, and go whatever. But now what? We're walking wounded. We're walking wounded. Yes, we won the game, but at what cost? At what cost? Jaycee Horn, a star first round pick, broke bones in his foot. Christian McCaffrey, your star running back, your star everything on offense. Hamstring strain. Hamstring strain. And the question marks come into play. Christian McCaffrey coming off of a season where he only played 3 games last year, missed a lot of time. They didn't miss a beat. 30 carries in week 1. 30 touches in week 1, 29 touches in week 2. 4 days later, you come in, you give him what, 7, 8 touches in the first half? He comes up lame, hurts his hamstring. Lips to the locker room. Looks very sad. According to rule, it's a strain. It's not a pull, it's a strain. He didn't say pull. It's a strain. Strain, pull, you're looking at 3 to 4 weeks possibly. Maybe a little bit, 3 to 4, maybe 3 games since it's a long week. But that's the type of injury that is. When you see soft tissue injuries like that, that's fatigue. He didn't hurt a ligament. He didn't hurt an Achilles. He didn't hurt like a bone or a ligament or something like that. It was a soft tissue injury. That tells you fatigue is a factor. If you follow me on Twitter, I've been charting out Christian McCaffrey's touches every time we play a game, just to keep people in the loop of how many touches he's had. It's starting to take a toll, man. It's starting to take the toll. Like when Christian McCaffrey got hurt, you could see literally the whole momentum of the game. The impact this guy had. You can't tell me this guy isn't the best running back in the game. The impact. Like literally the Texans just had some like epiphany like, dude, let's go in for the kill. That killer instinct, the light bulb just went off for them, and they just started attacking defensively. Offensively, we just seemed so shell-shocked, we were jogging in place for 2 or 3 drives, sleepwalking. And we finally shook it off. Sam Darnold. Y'all know me. I was all over picking Justin Fields. I was all over getting Deshaun Watson. I was all over just going ahead and sticking with Teddy Bridgewater since we signed him to this contract. But Sam Darnold has showed me something. He showed me something. The offensive line completely let him down. Like, they started off pretty straight, but once McCaffrey went out, that Texans defense started pinning their ears back and going at Sam, knowing we had to throw the ball. They started teeing off. The offensive line was not helping at all. Sam Darnold seemed a little rattled for a second, and then it kind of clicked in his head. He's like, okay, Sam, talking to himself like, Sam, Christian McCaffrey's not coming to save you. This offensive line is definitely not coming to save you. I got to step up and hang in there. I'm probably going to get hit. I'm probably going to be under pressure. Let me find my playmakers. Let me hang in there, find my playmakers. He made adjustments and got his stuff together. Joe Brady made adjustments. Running Sam Darnold on the zone read for a touchdown in the red zone. Doing a handoff to Tommy Tremble on the end around for a touchdown. Throwing the ball to the tight end and Dan Arnold and Tommy Tremble on the sideline. DJ Moore just doing work. I think DJ Moore finally may get some more respect that he deserves. With national spotlight, he's probably the most underrated receiver in the league. He did numbers. He had 100 yards in the first half. Sam Darnold was definitely looking for him early and often. Early and often. I know this win hurts, but I'm trying to pull out the bright side. Sam Darnold, dog. Sam Darnold. He showed me something. You guys make sure you give this video a thumbs up. I see people piling in right now. Go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. Sam Darnold, 2 rushing touchdowns, 2 fumbles. He was a little careless and loose with the ball with pressure around him. But we came away victorious. Jaycee Horn. But even before Jaycee Horn got hurt, I mean, because we broke his bones in his foot. We thought it was the Achilles. It looked like the Achilles because it was non-contact. But I guess broken bones is a bright side. But if he needs to get surgery or screws, he needs to go ahead and do it. You don't force him back if you don't have to. We still have A.J. Bouye. Unfortunately, A.J. Bouye not playing tonight forced Jaycee Horn to play in the slot. Had Bouye played, maybe this thing goes different. Because clearly, once Jaycee Horn stayed in the slot, they started picking on Rashawn Melvin. I don't know why we didn't leave Dante Jackson on Brandon Cooks. Like, Dante Jackson should have been shadowing Brandon Cooks if you're going to leave Jaycee Horn in the slot. Or just put Jaycee Horn back outside. Like, you had him on Conley. Conley really didn't do anything. Brandon Cooks is clearly the one killing you. Shadow Brandon Cooks. Shadow him. It doesn't make sense for you to draft the corner, a shutdown corner, number 8 overall in the draft, and then you don't put him on the team's best weapon. Like, make it make sense. And that was the only reason we gave up that long drive and hurry up. It's because Melvin was getting picked on by Cooks. Deep, short, sidelines, intermediate. Cooks ate all night. I pointed out about Brandon Cooks in my matchups to watch video. Once again, I pointed out Merciless too. Merciless had a sack. A lot of the guys that I pointed out in that video made a difference. Joey Slye missed an extra point. That was big early. Zane Gonzalez hit all his field goals and extra points. I just don't know why you don't play more matchups that way with not putting JC on Brandon Cooks or putting Dante to shadow him. They clearly weren't throwing to anybody else. I said that in my matchup video previewing the game. They're not going to throw to anybody else. They're not going to throw. But like the defense, it seemed like they didn't play that great, but they did. I mean, they pretty much did what they left off. They were only giving up 10.5 points per game. They gave up 9 tonight. They were first in giving up yards in the league. They only gave up 187 tonight. 168 passing yards, giving up 5 sacks on Davis Mills, 9 quarterback hits. They only gave up 42 rushing yards. I mean, the only bad thing that the defense did tonight was penalties. How many times were they going to line up in the neutral zone? And it wasn't even completely their fault. The refs were pretty much shafting us on pass interferences and stuff like that. But how many times were we going to line up in the neutral zone? 4 times total? Like, come on. They had more penalty yards than rushing yards. 64 penalty yards, 42 rushing yards. The Panthers were they only gave up 1 for 9 on third down. Like I said, the defense, the standard and the bar was just so high for this team and what we expected for them against the Davis Mills that for them to give up a touchdown at all just felt like, oh man, it was such a letdown. But nah, they still beat up Davis Mills. We still maintained the lead and putting them in obvious passing scenarios that let our pass rush crank up. Who had a sack tonight? Because I know Hassan Riddick had a couple. Brian Burns had one. Morgan Fox had a half sack. Hassan Riddick had 1.5. Frankie Louvu had 1. The defense still played good. Alex said, why can't Joseph Charlton punt? I don't know why he played so bad tonight. He's usually better than that. I mean, we only punted 3 times. But he only averaged 37 yards a punt. That's not good enough. If he had a better punter, our defense would be that much better. You're right, David. This is not Arizona, Tampa Bay. Take the points. Why did Matt Rule go for it? Like he's been conservative all year. What was he thinking trying to go for it without Christian McCaffrey at that? Christian McCaffrey was hurt. This is before they announced it. But Chuba Hubbard was in that whole drive. They gave it to Chuba. On 4th down, he got stopped. Chuba is not a move-the-power running back, clearly. He doesn't have great balance. He's not good through contact. Chuba looks better in open field when there's a hole there. But that's not our offensive line strength right now. They're not moving anybody around. They're not creating holes. They're not creating creases. Why has Matt Rule been conservative all season, punting from the 35-yard line in previous games? But here he wants to go for it. You take those points. Every point counts going against a Davis Mills-led offense because they're going to struggle to get points all night. Literally, if you take that field goal there, that's 10. 10-0. That was enough points to win the game. Literally, you take that field goal early on, that was enough points to win the game. Take all the points. You take them all. Then you give them momentum by getting that stop on 4th. You gain more. They gain more by stopping you on 4th. The only bright spot for them all night was their defense. So you lose more by not getting that 4th down than you would by taking and settling for a field goal on 4th and short. You might get some boos, but our defense putting them in obvious passing scenarios is ideal. They were already being super conservative with their play calling. Just take the points. Take the points. And then why was it such a big decision later in the game to take the points? You were up by 8. Make it a 2-possession game. You mean you can go up by a touchdown, a 2-point conversion, and 3 points against Davis Mills in the 4th quarter with 12 minutes left, and you really had to think about it? You really lined up to go for it, to call a timeout, just to bring Zane Gonzalez out there? Why was that decision making so hard for Matt Rule? I don't understand. I don't understand. You got to point it out, too. Burris is out. Burris got hurt also. Sam Franklin, he's pretty solid. I don't know where Kenny Robinson is right now. Did Kenny Robinson get picked up by anybody, or is he on the practice squad still? We have Kenny Robinson still on the roster, I think. So I'm not too worried about Justin Burris if he's out for a long period of time because we already had depth at safety. Like I said, is Kenny Robinson still on the practice squad? Yes. I think he is. So, yeah, Kenny Robinson, if need be, we're fine. So I'm a Jets fan, should be rooting against Carolina, but I believe in Darnold now that he has real coaches and talent around him. He is top 10. I won't say top 10, but he's definitely a serviceable quarterback. Sam Darnold can be like he could be even better with Christian McCaffrey back in there. But what he showed me tonight with those guys going down, he trusts the other weapons. Now I don't know what him and Robbie Anderson got going on. Why he doesn't hit Robbie a lot more? Is it the play calling? Why is DJ getting all the targets and not Robbie? Is DJ just running different routes? Now that game passes out, I'll be able to watch the game film and see. But why is DJ getting so much attention and not Robbie? But Darnold's not top 10. After 3 games, I wouldn't say that. He said, I gotta keep running the deuce. I gotta rock it now that he's hurt. I gotta rock it. It is good luck. That's why I ain't took it. I ain't watched it. I ain't watching that good luck off. I'm very superstitious. I ain't taking that thing off yet. Somebody saying it's the play calling why Robbie's not getting involved. But what was the difference between this year and last year? Robbie and DJ are still the number 1 and the number 2. But isn't it good to see the tight end getting involved? Dan Arnold making big time catches in clutch situations. Tommy Tremble coming up big. A rushing touchdown for Tommy Tremble. Sideline catch. Like Ian Thomas, it may be a wrap for you, bro. You're the only tight end not producing. Honestly, I was surprised that he made the squad. But apparently Matt Rule said he had a good offseason. But we're getting production from Dan Arnold. You're getting good production from Tommy Tremble. You just got to give Tremble more opportunities in the game. But Tremble played a lot as far as blocking. He struggled a little bit tonight on a couple of reps pass blocking. But it's clear that they trust Tremble more as a blocker than Dan Arnold or Ian Thomas. And especially if Tremble's going to give us receiving yards and athleticism when it comes to running the ball. I mean, it seems like Ian Thomas is going to be strong-armed out of that tight end position. You say, I'm glad AJ Boye coming back. Exactly. Like, maybe if AJ Boye plays tonight, Jaycee Horn is not in the slot. Jaycee Horn's outside. He's guarding Brandon Cooks. The Texans don't even score. Maybe Jaycee Horn doesn't drop back in that slot position and breaks his foot if he's playing on the outside. Who knows what could have happened? I don't know why they scratched Boye. Was he just not in shape? Was he? I know he was injured before he got suspended. Is he still kind of beat up? I don't know. So how long is JC gonna be out? We don't know. Broken bones in his foot. That could be anything. Remember, Cam broke his foot. I mean, it depends what type of injury it is. We saw Carson Wentz break his foot in preseason. Quentin Nelson break some bones in his foot in preseason. They came back in 3 or 4 weeks, and we're ready for week 1. But we don't know if it's the same injury when it comes to Jaycee Horn as the type of Carson Wentz or Quentin Nelson. Or is it type like Cam Newton, where Cam Newton never really was the same after that. Greg Olsen, he came back but never really was the same. So we don't know. I don't want to speculate. I'm not a doctor. So they missed that deep middle like Troy said. Yeah, there's a couple opportunities. I'm glad I got film now. I'm going to do a breakdown of Sam's game. I feel good about Sam going forward. I feel good about him going forward. Said we need Sherman. They brought back Corn Elder. I don't know if we're going to bring in Sherman. Y'all saying Boye was still healing. But like I said, guys, regardless, we still won. Okay? We still won. We're talking about this game. It feels like we lost, but put it in perspective, we still won. You know, we have 10 days till our next game against Dallas, the biggest game of the year thus far. The Saints was the big game. We got the big brother mantra off. We beat them, you know. But the Cowboys are going to be the real test. The Cowboys are going to be the real test. The bright side is they're playing on Monday. So Dallas is going to be on a short week. Dallas on a short week. We're on a long week. We're going to Dallas. But still, we can figure out DJ's injury. Will he have extra time to heal? He came back in the game. Will he have extra time to heal? Burris, I don't know what his status is, but it didn't look too serious. Will he have extra time to get healthy? If Christian McCaffrey really strained his hamstring, we'll get some more clarity on that. There'll be extra rest, but I doubt he plays the next game. We got to figure something out on the offensive line over these next 10 days. What do we do? Is this the time where you bring in some new bodies? Do you make a trade since they'll have extra time to prepare? We got to figure something out on the offensive line. Because if Christian McCaffrey is going to be out, we're going to need the offensive line to at least step up. We're not going to get the same production from the running back, but between Chuba and Freeman, we'll be able to be effective. What will we do from a running back standpoint? There's some vets out there. Obviously, the Ravens scooped up most of the vets, but Ty Gurley is out there. Do we go that vet route, or do we just bring up guys from the practice squad and believe in Chuba and Royce? I think Royce can be pretty effective in the run game. He's just not effective in the passing game like we like to do with this offense. Somebody saying we wish he didn't let Mike Davis go. Yeah, Mike Davis, he's the starter in Atlanta now. He's a starter in Atlanta now. I'm signing a petition, guys. I'm starting a petition for you guys to sign it. Defund Thursday Night Football. Defund Thursday Night Football. Defund Thursday Night Football. Like, we literally had so many injuries. Clearly, the short, quick turnaround played a factor, especially on Christian McCaffrey's standpoint. There was injuries on both sides for both teams. Defund Thursday Night Football. Nothing good comes from it but injuries. Wait till Thanksgiving and start playing Thursday Night Football games again. Don't do it now this early in the season. Like, defund Thursday Night Football. Defund Thursday Night Football. There it is. Defund it. It ain't right. Somebody said defund turf. That ain't going to happen. As hard as these guys play, it's too hard to maintain grass. So give Chuba some confidence with the start. He will only learn and get better. But Chuba just needs another year. He needs to add some weight and some strength. Chuba does not move the pile. He goes down pretty easy. He always seems off balance at times. Chuba needs the ball in open space. You saw at the end of the game once he started going to the outside, had some room to run. He could do some things. But just moving the pile, doing the dirty work that Christian McCaffrey does, getting short yardage at times, making 3-yard gains and 1-yard losses in the 3-yard gains, that's not Chuba's game right now. You saw the same thing with Christian McCaffrey as a young running back. That's a little lighter in the pants. Christian McCaffrey had to add some muscle, and then he changed his game, was able to do more things. It's going to take more time with Chuba and experience, probably a full offseason to gain some weight and some muscle to move the pile. But he doesn't seem like he's all the way there yet and ready to carry that full load that Christian McCaffrey was doing. But defensively, I just defensively, what more can we say? What more can we say about this defense, though? What more can we say? Less than 200 yards again. Less than 10 points per game again. 1 for 9 on third down. Like I said, we set the bar so high in these first 2 weeks for these guys. For Davis Mills to march the ball downfield and score a touchdown, it gave the impression that the defense played bad. But they got 5 sacks. 9 quarterback hits. I don't know the count on the pressures, but they were all over this guy all day. 5 sacks. Like I said, if it weren't for those penalties, that's the only biggest issue for the defense. The penalties. Now the next, like I said, 10 days from now, you're going against a better running back, a better quarterback, better weapons on the outside. This will be the real test. This is a bad time to lose depth at the cornerback position, because the Cowboys go 3 deep with CD, Amari, and Gallup. You're 3 deep. like I said, luckily they'll be on a short week and we'll be on a long week, so we'll have we'll have plenty of time for adjustments. Desmond said 33 pressures he believes. How he go 33 pressures on 28 dropbacks? They only dropped back 28. They only dropped back 28 times. How they get the defense that good? They got 33 pressures. That that defense is nasty, but they're not that nasty. They can't defy math. They can't defy math. JB the Great, what up, though? Said Gallup is hurt. Okay, that helps. So they should have had 10 more sacks. Yeah, like they literally missed Davis Mills probably like two or three different times. Yeah, we're good for missing sacks. We missed a couple sacks against Jameis too that we should have had. But I mean, the defense, they still play good. They still play good. Like I said, it may not feel that great, but the test is really coming up. Now, Dallas, they obviously, what we showed tonight with the offensive line is going to be a problem. I don't know if y'all saw that play on Twitter with Cam Irving, like not putting hands on the guy. He just moved. He tried to block him, literally tried to block somebody with his feet. Coaches try to teach that, like don't bend over, whatever. You move your feet and stay in front of the defender. But like blocking with your feet is a figure of speech. Cam Irving literally tried to do that without his hand. Like he had his hands beside his side. Tried to block a defender with his feet. Didn't use his hands. The guy went right around him and got to Sam. Like what? Like, and Dennis Daly struggled. Taylor Moton, the star-studded tackle, struggled. It's crazy out here. You guys make sure you get the video a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, man. I do Panthers content. We roll it after the game. I do reactions. I do live streams every Wednesday. I got breakdowns. I'm bringing the content a lot. It's a lot of content, previews and stuff like that. Like, make sure you subscribe if you had not subscribed yet, Panthers fans, NFL fans. Come on. You said who is winning the stat for you check. Let us check. Is tonight's game included? No, I don't think tonight's game is included yet. But for sacks, Hassan Reddick has, going into the game, Hassan Reddick had 3 sacks. Brian Burns had 2. Tonight, Brian Burns had 1 more sack, bringing his season total up to 3. Hassan Reddick had another 1.5. So Hassan Reddick is up in the sack race between Brian Burns and Hassan Reddick. He's up. So you're a Darnold fan, you sub. Welcome. Shout out to New York. Big ups to New York. Said Hassan would have got another half sack if they didn't call that one play and incomplete pass. This is true. Matt Rule, I mean, I was saying Matt Rule should have challenged it, but it wouldn't have did him any benefit. Because the clock still should have ran. So Darnold's going to get killed. I was just surprised Darnold hung in there. Yes, he was careless with the ball, very loose, holding the ball with one hand at times, even for it to get slapped. He has to realize that this offensive line, there's going to be bodies around you, bro. The way this offensive line is built, you're going to have to excel through chaos. And now that Christian McCaffrey is out, this is pretty much the same scenario that Teddy Bridgewater had to go through. The irony of the situation is Christian McCaffrey got hurt in the second game last year, and this year he gets hurt in the third game. It changed the whole game plan. Now Sam Darnold is going to have to function without Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey was a heavy, high usage guy for Sam Darnold. And he relied on him. You could see Sam Darnold kind of click and make adjustments during the game. and start to finally realize that Christian McCaffrey's not coming to save you, dude. The offensive line is not going to save you. You have to hang in there and make plays, and he did. Credit to Sam Darnold, man. Credit to him. He made some big-time throws getting drilled at times. That one where he got hit by 2 or 3 defenders, got face planted, but still completed it for a first down. That was huge. That earns respect from the teammates and me. Somebody said we need to see Brady Christensen and Deontay Brown soon. I mean, they can't be any worse than what we've been seeing. Can they? Can they be even worse? Said the refs don't work on short weeks. That's why we need to defund them. Burns and Reddick is such a crazy athletic combo. Can't wait to see them the rest of the year. Exactly. Saying CMC is trade bait. I don't think so, man. I think the coaching has to take responsibility about Christian McCaffrey being hurt. How long is he out? We don't know. He said Rule in the post-game press conference said it's a hamstring strain. I think typically a hamstring pull is 3 to 4 weeks. Now, how Christian comes back from this, we'll see. But like I said, we're really going to find out about Sam Darnold. He's going to have to function without Christian McCaffrey, similar to how Teddy Bridgewater did. Like I said, now if you want to compare, like people say they're tired of talking about Teddy, I still gonna have to compare him to Teddy, just because the coaches want to make that move. Sam Darnold has shown, like I said, I'm not on the hype train. I'm not a stan, but Sam Darnold is definitely showing me something. Now I want to see this over a 17-game season, and then I want to see him do it again, because there's a lot more bad tape on Sam Darnold than good tape. But what he's been showing early on is a lot. But the schedule's only going to get harder. Whitney Merciless isn't the best rush in we're going to see this season. Peyton Turner from last week isn't the best rush in we're going to see this season. The pressure is only going to get worse. We still got Chandler Jones on the schedule. We still got Shaq Barrett and JPP on the schedule twice. Hello? We still got Chase Young on the schedule. Fortunately, DeMarcus Lawrence probably won't play next week for the Cowboys. But the pressure is only going to keep cranking up. It's only going to keep cranking up. So we're going to learn a lot about this team, about Sam Darnold. I think we've seen all we need to know about the offensive line. We're not going to learn much else. I don't know. They can't run block. I think it's pretty much established that they can't run block. Our running game is averaging less than 4 yards per carry this year. I don't know the exact numbers thus far. But we're going to learn a lot about Sam. I'm kind of excited to see what he has, but I would love to see him do it with Christian McCaffrey. Said Gregory will be out too. Yep. But not Chandler Parsons. Why did I say Chandler Parsons? It's not basketball season. Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons has been playing defensive end. He had a great game last week. So we will see Micah Parsons. So Dallas also won't have Collins. Said Gregory is coming back this week. We'll see. Like I said, they play on Monday. It's a short week for Dallas. Short week for Dallas. Long week for the Panthers. This will be this is going to be the ultimate test. We're going to have to go through it with Christian McCaffrey, so we're really going to learn a lot about this team. Dallas is going to be wounded too. But like I said, we're finally facing a quality quarterback, quality weapons on the outside with CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper. A pretty solid offensive line. But we faced a good left tackle tonight. And Laramie Tunsil faced a good offensive line last week against the Saints. I feel confident in our Panthers front getting pressure on any quarterback. Now, a vet like Dak Prescott is going to hang in there. He's got the strength and the body size and the composure to hang in there. He may not be as mobile as he used to be, so we can get to him and we can collapse that pocket. But it's going to be a real test for both sides of the football. You guys make sure you get a video thumbs up. We got some more people rolling in. Give the video a thumbs up. If you are new, My name is Aaron Duncan here with the Necessary Bluntness Sports Talk, recap and analysis about the NFL, in particular the Panthers. Go ahead and get a subscribe button, please, and the bell icon. That way you get a notification. The Panthers do indeed need every bit of this 10 days coming up. Since CMC makes our run blocking look a lot better, exactly, because he can make people miss. He can change those negative runs into positive runs. I don't think Chuba can do that. He can't get through contact. I just saw a stat by somebody because our offensive line, our offense kind of has some lulls in the second half. We kind of take the foot off the gas. We didn't this time because we didn't score that many points in the first half. They hit the 3 drives in the second half. They went 76 yards, 60 yards, and 75 yards. Touchdown, field goal, touchdown. Without Christian McCaffrey. Without Christian McCaffrey. It's all Gucci. What up, though? We say what up, though, around here. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, Sam. You played good tonight. I'm a fan, bro. I'm not a stan, but you showing me something. Now that I got film and we got extra days, I'm going to try to do a breakdown on every Chuba carry. Because I used to play running back in my day, so I'm going to try to give a breakdown on Chuba's play. He dropped the touchdown pass, though, Chuba did. It was an easy one. He has a lot of room to grow, and he needs some more experience. He needs more reps. Mr. JC say, I believe we can pull out the W. Dante playing out of his mind. AJ about to turn back the clock, and I have a good feeling Keith Taylor will be better than his position. Yeah, we've been playing Melvin a lot. They've been playing Melvin a lot. Been playing Melvin a lot. Melvin got picked on by Cooks, though. You can't put Melvin on anybody effective like that. You know? I mean, Juice WRLD already talking about the draft. We definitely need offensive line to draft. What up, though? Captain Mo. So you really like that Tommy Trent was going to be a beast. Really like Dan Arnold. Dan Arnold had some clutch catches today. Drew a pass interference to move the chains. Excuse me. Jacob Fletcher asked me, where do you think we'll end up going into the postseason? Our schedule gets worse. It doesn't get much easier than what it is now. So I don't like Melvin out there at all. Where's Richard? Yeah. Why pay Robbie if they're not going to use him? Hey, that's a good question. That's a good question. What did Robbie have tonight? What did Robbie have tonight? Robbie had 1 catch for 8 yards. Alex Erickson outproduced Robbie Anderson. Alex Erickson, he outproduced Robbie Anderson. How does that happen? Why did you pay him if you're not going to use him? Get this man involved. Get this man Robbie the football. What is going on? Like I said, I'm going to watch the film finally. We got coach's film. I can break it down. But, this is becoming weird. It's becoming weird. Last week, Brandon Zylstra outproduces Robbie Anderson. This week, Alex Erickson outproduces him. A punt returner who's not even that good at that. Why isn't Robbie getting involved? Why isn't he getting the football? I mean, I know he got the bag, and he wants to be a good teammate, but like to just see your buddy DJ Moore getting all the catches and stuff, and when you know you're a 1,000-yard receiver, like what's going on? What's going on? Especially with Christian McCaffrey being out, you would expect some more targets to go around, be to Robbie, but no. Terrace Marshall produced a little bit. He produced more than Robbie. He produced more than Robbie tonight. Terrace Marshall had 4 for 48, 5 targets. Yeah, there were definitely a lot of plays available that Sam didn't take down the middle of the field. Troy Aikman brought it up. He said Melvin has been in the league for 8 seasons and been on 10 teams. When you played on more teams than you have played seasons, you ain't that good. Touche. So if we can capitalize on red zone opportunities, we can win a lot of games. What do we go? 3 for 5 in the red zone today? 3 for 5 in the red zone. Yeah, 3 for 5. 3 for 5 in the red zone. 1 turnover on downs, 1 field goal. I mean, it's tough. It's tough. 5 for 11 on 3rd down. 28 first downs. 304 divided by 23. I mean, Sam, say Robbie wants to get DJ paid. That's why. Does Sam want him to get paid too, apparently? Is that what it is? Sam wants him to get paid? But, so how good is Dallas' O-line? They're okay. They're pretty solid. Tyron Smith is a good left tackle. I don't know if Zach Martin is still hurt. Is he? Still? Lyle Collins, he's out with a suspension. So I feel good about our front against anybody, to be honest. So he not buying it that they for real. Why you not buying it? If anything, the injuries can give you some questions. But why you not buying into the Panthers? Why you not buying into the Panthers yet? Let me go back to my notes. So let's talk about some of these. Let's talk about some of that. The red zone. Like I said, 3 for 5, 1 turnover on downs on 4th down, which is that decision was a little weird to me anyway. And then the play calling though. Sam Darnold had 2 rushing touchdowns. It seems like the only thing that we can do to get 1 yard is to do a quarterback sneak with Sam, and we struggle with that. Sam's helmet came off that second time, but I like the zone read and the create. Do we have to get hickory dickory creative in the red zone? Is that what it takes? Is that what it takes? You know what I'm saying? Is that what it takes? Because I'm for it if that's what we have to do. A zone read to Sam Darnold, pulled it and ran in the end zone. That's the second time we've done that. Quarterback draw, and then that. Sam Darnold has 3 rushing touchdowns this season. And that is more than Lamar Jackson, ain't it? And then the end around to Tommy Tremble. The hickory dickory. That's a play straight out of Sean Payton's playbook. So Dallas is giving up 400 yards per game. In my opinion, the O got a little out of whack with CMC going down. I think we'll see a lot more Robbie with CMC not in the game plan. True. Like I said, we saw Like Joe Brady has experience not having Christian McCaffrey in the game. Joe Brady has coached more games without Christian McCaffrey in the lineup than he has with it. He should be very comfortable putting it together a game plan. I'll give him a pat. He did good today because he made in-game adjustments. So he shouldn't have been too shit. We were shell shocked for a little bit. We were shell shocked for a little bit, but they got this. They got it together. Joe Brady got it together. Made adjustments. Second half was very productive compared to usual. Touchdown, field goal, touchdown, long drives, 75-yard, 60-yard drives. Like Joe Brady made the adjustments. Like I said, he's coached more games without Christian than with. He should be able to seamlessly make an adjustment from a play caller standpoint. You know, he should. Because let's look at the drives. First drive, 3 and out. Second drive, touchdown. Third drive, turnover on downs after 14 plays. Second quarter, after Christian McCaffrey got hurt, you go 3 and out twice. Then you go two plays just to get rid of it to go to the half. You almost turn the ball over. Third quarter, you come out cooking. 9 plays, 91 yards. Touchdown. Next drive, 10 plays, 56 yards, field goal. Fourth quarter, 12 plays, 75 yards, touchdown. Last possession, 5 plays, 9 yards, in the game. That's what you like to see. You score on every second half possession. If you give this defensive lead, they play completely different. Do you see how completely different they play once you win up 2 possessions compared to 1? Joe Brady, you just got to be efficient. Get going early. Give Sam comfortable early. Get in the red zone. Do what you got to do. If you got to pull out all the trick plays in the first half, pull out all your tricks to give yourself a lead and let the defense protect it, so be it. But the second half, efficiency, scoring on every drive is great. That's the type of adjustments we need to see. And like I said, it has to go back to Christian McCaffrey being out last year because Joe Brady, we've never seen these type of adjustments from him. But for him to have that experience, and like I said, he's coached more games without Christian than with, he was able to make adjustments, put together good quality long drives. 9 plays, 91 yards, 4 minutes of possession, and 4 minutes time of possession. You love to see that. 10 plays, 56 yards, 6 minutes and a half off the clock. You love to see that. That's shortening the game. You only had 3 drives in the second half because you shortened the game. Your first 2 drives took 10 minutes off the clock. That's almost a whole quarter of football you took off the clock in 2 drives. And then your other touchdown drive took 5 minutes off. You took the air out of the football. When you start controlling that ball and then you have a lead and then you have a defense like the Panthers have, teams start getting desperate and they play into your hands. This is how you dictate game flow. Last week against the Saints, you come out and score early on, go up 7-0. From then on out, your Panthers team can shut down the run because the Saints are playing from behind. You start creating turnovers when Jameis has to drop back that many times. You can control it. You can dictate it. Game flow is a lot, and that makes Sam more comfortable. Sam is probably a lot better playing with the lead than from behind. We haven't seen Sam play from behind yet. So we're going to we have a lot to learn still about Sam Darnold there. But getting out early and letting the defense feast and play with the lead is a recipe, a great recipe. Remember the Colts? They used to do that. Their defense wasn't the best, but they had good pass rushers in Robert Mathis and Dwight Freeney. Peyton Manning would get them a lead and dictate the way that they do, and now they can play the pass and just pass rush with speed. Sounds like a recipe that was pretty successful for me. So shout out to Joe Brady for making them adjustments in the second half without Christian McCaffrey. I would be open to looking at Ty Gurley. We need bodies. We need veterans and bodies. We don't need any more young guys here. You say it looks like the Panthers are an average team that won. So what you gonna say if we beat Dallas next week? If we beat Dallas next week, what's the deal then? So you think Snow lit up a little. Yeah, there was a lot less blitzes, more four-man rushes. We played a lot more coverage, I think. Love that we finally using our tight ends. Huge block by Ian Thomas, springtime and free on that touchdown. Yeah. But I think Ian Thomas may be the odd man out. Trimble producing. Dan Arnold producing. I don't know, man. I don't know. David Barber said Gurley is done. He got a lot of mileage on him, but I don't know if he's done. Red zone, the O-line, the only concerns. Otherwise, we legit. And that depth in the secondary with these injuries, that's a concern. We got to figure out that nickel position. Miles Hartsfield out 8 to 10 weeks. Jaycee Horn probably going to be somewhere in the same. Fortunately, it wasn't his Achilles, so his season may not be over. But you hate your first-round pick to get hurt like that. Scary. It was scary. Scary. That was so scary. Said O-line is bad, have to get creative. Yep. Nothing wrong with that. So we're really going to find out. Yep. You said Panthers are legit. They beat the Cowboys. All right. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. That way, when we win, you can come back and we can talk about it. Hit that subscribe button. And if you're not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. My name is Aaron Duncan with the Necessary Bluntness. Post-game recaps. I do live streams during the week doing my predictions, talking about news. We chat it up just like this. I do breakdowns throughout the week, all week. Now that film is out for the NFL, I'm going to be doing more of those. So you guys have to stay tuned to this stuff, man. Like, I got a lot of great content coming up now. And with this long week, I'm going to try to get 2 film breakdowns. And I'm doing collabs also with the opponent's team. You know these Cowboys fans, they're wild. They are wild. So it's going to be interesting. I would love to beat the Cowboys next week to talk trash to them because you know how annoying those Cowboys fans are. They're obnoxious. They're loud. Every year is their year. I'm going to start watching Cowboys film ASAP. It's the study. But you guys get the video thumbs up if you have not. So when the Saints beat the Saints beat the Green Bay Packers week 1, they were Super Bowl contenders. But when we beat them, they just had a bad game, even though we made them look goofy. Yep. So we brought back Corn Elder. I don't trust Corn Elder either, to be honest. I think we just brought him for depth, and he's familiar with the system. Oh, Lord. Dallas Cowboys checking in. He done slipped and fell into the live stream. A Cowboys fan done slipped and fell into the live stream. Slipped and fell into the live stream. Who let this man in? Who let him in? But like I said, this week is going to be fun, man. Finally got film access. I'm going to break stuff down. I'm going to try to get a collab going with the Cowboys YouTuber. We'll see. It's going to be tough, but I'm going to try to get one. But like I said, I got my breakdown coming, obviously. You know how I do with these videos. So you guys make sure you are subscribed and hit the bell icon. That way you don't miss anything. I went live twice this week. I didn't do the Dunk on Demand show because I didn't want to do a live stream on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I needed a little bit of break. Okay. You know, we need a little bit of a break. But next week, the Dunk on Demand show will return. I will try to get a collab and go live on that too. So y'all make sure y'all there. We're going to be scouting the opponent. So make sure y'all are there. I'm going to go ahead and sign off, man. It's late. I've been on here an hour. I got to work tomorrow. But I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Subscribe if you have not. Give the video a thumbs up. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Keep pounding. We got the win, guys. I know it feels weird, but we still got the win. We're 3-0. What up, though? 3-0. What up, though? May have lost the battle. I mean, we may have won the battle. We did not completely lose the war yet, but we are licking our wounds. We got to see what we got. But I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. I'm heading out. Peace.